We are going to start from side mount. There will be two different positions, all right? Okay, so now that's going to be very, very simple. Before I establish that side control, so what I want to do is, with the arm that is close to his head, I'm going to control his wrist. Once I control the wrist, I'm going to pin his arm on the mat. Once I pin his arm on the mat, now it's time to get my elbow on the mat. And this elbow right now is just by his ear. Once I get this, I'm going to go, my hand comes under his arm, and I'm going to control my own wrist right here. And then I'm going to start over, okay? So look at my partner. My partner, he's not going to start with the arm right there. He's going to start with the hands right here, all right? So I'm attacking the forearm. Hand that is close to his head, control the wrist. Push the arm down, get my elbow down. My hand goes under his arm, I grab my own wrist. So I have this hand on his wrist, I have this hand on my wrist. What I like to do is to keep my thumbs over the top. So I have this control instead to have this control right here. So my thumb is over the top. All right, so control the wrist, push, elbow on the mat. Arm goes under, control my own wrist. Once I grab my wrist, I'm gonna let go. And then I'm gonna go again, okay? He's gonna keep his arms always right there. All right, control the wrist. Push the arm down. Elbow on the mat. Swing. Get the arm under, control my own wrist. You see that? There is no submission right now. I'm just getting his arm in the position that I will later. I'm gonna show you guys how to do the submission. But right now, it's just this. 1, 2, 3. If you start with the arm that is close to his legs, you see how that's not gonna work? It's only gonna work if I start with the arm that is close to his head. So 1, 2. Don't start right there till you have that elbow on the mat. 4, and grab your own wrist. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so look at my position. I'm on his side. Not mount. There's no mount position right now. This is that side control. I'm gonna go and get a grip on his wrist. Right there. All right. So arm that is close to the head, attacking the forearm. Push the arm all the way down. Drop your elbow down. So if you're like this is not what I want. If you're doing this is not what I want. I want you to use one arm, attacking one arm. 1 and 2. His arm goes under his arm right here. I'm gonna grab my own wrist. See, his elbow is right there. I cannot try to do this. My arm goes, see, and then I grab my wrist. I cannot go and get my arm right there. So look at that, elbow is right here. My arm is close to his side. And then I get my own arm. From this position here, I don't want to see you guys doing nothing. All right? See, right elbow is on the mat. Left elbow is on the mat. both elbows there on the mat, because that's going to give me a good balance. All right? So let's see. Okay. So now let's see here how we are going to do the submission here. So everything will be the same. I want you guys to start again. Knees on the mat right there, on right here on his side. All right, and then I'm gonna go arm that is close to his head. That's the arm that I'm gonna use first. Control the forearm. Push that down, elbow on the mat. I'm wondering if you guys know why his elbow has to go on the mat to do this position. Okay, so look, one way to counter this Americana is to bring the head in. So if he goes and bring the head in right there, and then even like that, I try to do that Americana, that's not gonna work. So my elbow, it's really important to be on the mat, because if he tries to bring his head in, there is no way for him to count. He can do other stuff, but you know, with the head, he's not gonna count. All right, so remember that the hand goes under, I grab my own wrist. So make sure, once you have your hands together, have your knees open. Because you cannot have hands together and knees together, because I'm off balance. Hands together, knees open. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna slide his hand down and lift the elbow. Some people call that paintbrush. They're like, just like painting with his hand right there. Look at that. Hand is on the mat. Slide first and lift the elbow. All right. So from this position here, you see how I can lift his elbow off the mat and he's not tapping. So that's why it's so important to go. And then look at that. Here he's already tapping. So you guys at home, I'm watching you. And if you don't have an adult around, you're not gonna go and yank that submission on your little brother's arm, that's gonna hurt. And then you're not gonna give the person enough time to tap. So once you get this submission right here, you go very gentle. Oh, the arm is not, this is the lowest can go. And then you lift. Gentle. So once you get the position here, you cannot just go and yank. All right? Be very gentle. And then there's another thing for the person that someone will do 10 times, 20 times on you. So if you wait to the limit to tap, and then again, and then again, and then 20 times, I bet that tomorrow you're gonna be sore on your shoulder or on your elbow, because this is what happens. You're twisting the arm in a position that the arm doesn't want to go. That's why you tap. So if you are on top, be careful, but be gentle. If you are on bottom, know your limits. All right? As soon as you feel like here, okay, you feel something on your elbow or on your shoulder, just tap. All right? Let's go. All right. Okay, so now we are going to start on the on side mount. So here, what happened is, usually I have my knees, they are wide open. I don't have my knees together. My knees together right now, it's a mistake. all right, I'm gonna be off balance and I need to be heavy. You guys wanna know how we call this position in Brazil? In Portuguese, we say 100 kilos. We say 100 kilos because you need to be heavy. The way that you're gonna be heavy is when you keep your knees open. So I have my arm around the head and then the arm under, all right? Which arm I'm gonna move first? The arm that is close to the head, all right? So I'm gonna go right here, I'm gonna control that arm, and this control is important. Amaro, you were doing this. So when I place the hand right there, see, it's very hard, so look at that. Palm down. Palm up is wrong. Palm down. So I get here, side control. I'm gonna keep my knees open. I'm gonna stay with my underhook right here. And this hand control his wrist. Now I have the advantage to use my whole upper body because this movement is something that he doesn't want to do. He's going to resist right here, and I'm going to use my whole upper body. Once the hand is on the mat, elbow on the mat. Look at my arm. Because I had the underhook, now it's just my hand. Control the wrist. Move the arm. Look at my elbow. Look at his arm going towards his legs. And just lift the elbow. I cannot lift the whole arm right here. That is no submission. Hand needs to be on the mat. It's just the elbow. He's gonna tap, and then we are going to start over. Oh, what happened if the arm is right here? I'm not gonna be able to do it. I can only do this Americana if the arm is right here. If the arm is right there, that is other submissions to do, not that Americana. Right here, this is when I can go and control. Control and lift. All right, let's go. Okay, so now I have a question. Okay, I want to know if we can do this Americana from, like we were doing from side mount. Can we do from a different position, from other position in Jiu-Jitsu? Yes? Which position? Can go and
mount.
Mount?
Mount.
Mount. We can do that from that mount. What's the difference?
We once did the American.
Is that easier or harder to do that from the mount?
Depends. Easier.
I mean,
easier.
Some people it's harder. Some people it's harder.
I don't know. What can you say, Tayeri?
I once did the Americana before you even said this, like a few years ago.
Oh yeah. Okay. So look, it's a little bit different. You see, like, remember, what did I say? Once you hit that Americana from side control, what do you need to do? You need to slide that arm and lift the elbow. So, of course, you can do that from that mount. But look what happened here. Once I get that from that mount position right here, look. So his arm is right there, and then look, I use go right here, elbows on the mat, go right there. But what's on my way? My leg is on my way. So sometimes if I try to do the submission right here, it's not gonna work. See, I cannot bring his arm back enough, so I need to adjust the position. I need to clear this space to be able to get that submission. So if I get that Americana from that mount, I cannot finish with my knee on the mat. That's gonna be very hard. Very hard. I need to get my knee off the mat. Maybe he's gonna even get that half guard position, but there's no problem. I can still have space and I can do that submission. All right. And then there is one more position that you can do that, Americana, from the half guard. So remember, that is, we start to add the position. So if I have no chance to attack from side mount, what should I do? So remember, a few weeks ago, we did all that work trying to go grab your foot and mount, or throw the leg over and mount. So remember, because side mount is a position that you cannot stop. You have to be active. All right, so once you get there, you need to improve by trying to do a submission, by try to mount. All right, thank you guys for watching today. See you guys Friday.
Bye.
Bye. Good job today. Good job.